until very recently, I worked at a bookstore. And Mark's remarks about how much we would lose if all of poetry disappeared from our faith reminded me that very everyday occurrences of poetry can be found if you keep your eyes and ears open. And we used to each write a shift report at the end of our shift. And one, just so we'd know what had been done and what would need to be done the next day. And one person had a tendency to write very poetic little shift reports that would say, quiet night, quick tidy, tweaked the Catholic displays, the back door blew open once, but no one was there. All the vacuuming done, float balanced, take care. It was nice to read. Okay. I'm really honored to be the featured poet, and really happy that you all showed up. And I hope that lots of people read at the open mic. I'd like to hear other people's poetry too. I'm going to start with a couple of seasonal ones. Fall has always kind of fascinated me for its combination of life kind of hunkering down, retreating, summer gone, winter threatening, decay. Sometimes you can even smell the decaying vegetation. And on the other hand, this dazzling beauty and brightness and brilliant color, and the quality of the sunlight in fall, sometimes behind the leaves, is just amazing. So it reminds me of the sorrow and hope in our own lives simultaneously. Burning leaves on the shore in October. Flames lick dead leaves and leap up high from a heap of orange and red and yellow, like fire eating fire. The smelling like a dead forest smoke ascends with earth's prayers. How long till you melt me, all my elements? How long till I'm made new? I'm waiting, I'm waiting. Does the Spirit give her those groans, I wonder, as he does to all who are wordless? I turn to a sudden wind off the water, watch the sun sink in the lake in the west, its reflection alive with ripples. Tomorrow the woods will blaze when it rises. Its rays will make beauty shine through decay, capture our breath and wrap us in color, fill up the sky, dry the earth's eyes, awe us again as it did today, and make our waiting easier. This one is from a long time ago. Welcome. This one is from a long time ago on the U of T campus on one of those very cold, clear, still winter days. And impossibly, on one of those days, someone had an upstairs window open in Trinity College or somewhere and was playing the piano. It's called Pianist Knits an Afghan in Winter. The sun is smiling stiffly on panes. Pale wisps marble a steel blue sky. Stoic maples weather winter, tableau still, waiting like freeze-tagged giants for April. Crepe soles croak on dry packed snow, fingers cower in the bowels of mints. And on Harvard, over the sidewalk, a pianist knits an Afghan of music, twining the yarn of warm tones together, mercy in a melody older than cold. It slides through the open window and wafts so gracefully, winsomely down, settles round our shoulders below. I'm sure that he knows, has walked on this sidewalk himself since it froze. Here are a couple from my husband, who has by turns both challenged and reassured me, like any good spouse or any good friend for that matter should. Sometimes you don't, sometimes the challenges or the reassurances aren't welcome, but they're good nevertheless. Once, many years ago, he took me rock climbing, a prospect that turned out to be both scary and exhilarating, and a very good picture of other ways in which he has challenged me. Where are my feet, I say? My best friend scales peaks, scoffs at cliffs, grins at the gauntlet of steepness. Betimes he takes my clammy hand, buckles it, clips me quickly into his harness, and hoists me up, supposedly safe, kisses me, tasting the salt of my panic. Up there, I imagine knots and clasps coming loose, carabiners breaking, my plummeting flesh dashed to a pulp. I look up. My head is hollow and spinning, my lungs are bound. I look unwisely down, and hey, where are my feet? I say. But who ever died of a little terror? The alternative is to squint and crane as a solitary, colorful spot threads its way among gorgeous dangers, leagues above my envious, timid head. So I figured, what the hell? Either way, I'm as good as dead. I'll go along. I could be wrong. He listens to me tell how a friend let me down and says not to give up, that it's not because I'm unworthy, I should keep on trying, there are better people, I will recover, that I can always trust him, and God of course, to never forsake me. But that's not what I want. I want him to say, oh, so you said this, and then she did that? That was the behavior? That was the sequence of events? That's not letting you down. You've misunderstood the situation completely and have no cause for disappointment. And I want him to be right. I'm going to end this set with two about brand new people, before and after birth. If you've ever seen the photo from an ultrasound, especially somebody else's baby, you'll know that often you can barely make out the baby or where it is. And sometimes faith is like that. There are lots of parables of the kingdoms in the Gospels that Jesus told, and I'm adding this one. Unseen and hoped for. And the kingdom of heaven is also like the fetus in the ultrasound photo, the one you can only see if you already love, and seeing love still more. Someone who knows shows you the heart, so tiny, beating under the confusing noise of shadows and curved lines, and thenceforth you never forget where it is. Cherish that luminous spot until one far day you are given the child and can look straight into its eyes. Speaking of which, this one is called Baby. I like to play with the sounds and rhythms of language, and in this one I do that a bit more than usual, maybe annoyingly too much. One of my favorite poets is Gerard Manley Hopkins, and he has unusual rhythms and plays a lot with language, so this is a very pale attempt to imitate his style. Baby. Sweet sigh scent of slight hair, light body built fine, fluff-lined flannel layered over tight-fold fingers, all quiet. Then the loud blue yells, red face taut round the tiny tongue quiver, eyes shut, squeeze tears. We small ones heave hard for one long still second. Gather, pump more cries. Searing sad sound breaks all hearing hearts, mostly mothers. Mere sheep can't cure every deep drowned dark. But often, after dry clothes, milk drunk, sleep, wonder shine eyes, wake wide, look round, find yours. Hands up, handle me. Laugh, soft lift little bundle, press close, firm, compact, calm peace. Breathe warm, rock, stroke silk smooth neck, and rejoice. One wobbly head daredevil dares trust you, rests whole holy trust in the you God gave. Don Martin, who's sitting right there and is the leader of the writing group I belong to, is also the poetry editor at Whitfenstock, and he has put out a lot of books of poetry, edited them of many poets, and this is the most recent anthology, In a Strange Land, and there are 10 poets in here, including me, and I have a few copies. If you want to buy one, come by.